Hello and welcome to Life on Board AmyJo. And last week we left you when we moored opposite Chas Harden's hire boat fleet. This week we leave the mooring there and we continue along the Shropshire Union with a brief stop at the Shady public house for lunch, and then continued on to Tattenhall Marina. Now, first view of Beeston Castle. Got to say it, haven't you? Train! Getting old now, that, isn't it? Well, you could say home from home. We're having a brief stop here at our favourite pub, the Shady. We're going to have a Sunday lunch and then we're going to move on up to Tattenhall Marina, ready for the haul out tomorrow. But what a glorious day. Sun's shining again, it's warm. Who could ask for more? Hello, little man. Hello. Well, we're back in Tattenhall again. Keep coming back like bad pennies, don't we? But we're out for haul out tomorrow for blacking, so we're only here for the night. It's Monday the 10th of March, and it's the day that AmyJo is being hauled out to have her bottom blacked. First job was to leave our visitor moorings and move round to the workshop and onto the cradle. There's a short wait while the boat in front on the carrier is moved into location, and then it's AmyJo's turn. We inched her onto the trailer behind the tractor, and then slowly she was hauled out of the water. furry. He's looking furry. It was done 3 years ago, so.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, looks as bent as the one I've got. Not here, no. We had it shot blasted at Swanley and done.
Right, okay.
Yeah. I couldn't get in here, you were too busy. Wise. Apart from a bit of fur, as I call it, the blacking doesn't look too bad, to be fair. On this side at least. Quite a bit of fuzziness on there, but looks like we might need those anodes replacing in the middle there. Might need that anode. As far as the anodes are concerned, the new stern one that you put on when we had the boat shot blasted is okay. And this is the starboard side, and it looks like we're going to need another anode on that side. So these anodes, for those non-boaters that don't know, these are put on so that they corrode rather than the steel of the boat. So that's what these are. And here's the ones at the back.
Oh, right, yeah.
And they are still good as well. So there we go. Once out of the water, the first job for the crew was to jet wash the bottom. And while they were doing that, Chris and I got out the way into the clubhouse for a coffee and cake. And this is it after she's been jet washed, so it's not done too bad, to be fair. That's the bows, and they're the ones that normally get all the damage. And even that's come out okay. Once the jet washing and the initial inspection was out the way, it was time to move AmyJo onto her hard standing spot to have the work done.
get your shore power hooked up. You want to throw out your cables and I'll get you plugged in.
Brilliant. Well, I think I found the problem with the rudder. Can you see that huge gap? It shouldn't be like that. We've had some serious rain here this afternoon, and just look at that rainbow. Absolutely stunning. Well, we're certainly getting the weather tonight. We've now got hailstones. While the guys were painting the blacking on the hull, I got on and cleaned and painted the tunnel bands on AmyJo's stern. They're getting ready to relaunch us. Exactly 1 week later, and the job was finished, and it was time to put AmyJo back into the water. Literally a reverse of taking her out of the water. The trailer was put under her, she was wheeled out onto the slipway, and then dropped into the water slowly. Two gentlemen are the guys that have worked on AmyJo while she was out for blacking. That's Carl on the left and Graham on the right. So thank you very much, gentlemen. And once AmyJo was in the water, it was a simple case of backing her off and taking her back to the visitor moorings where we first started. Hi everyone, it's our future selves here. While we were out for blacking, we had so much going on. We thought that we perhaps had to best do a little piece to camera at the end of the vlog. So I'll let Christy, because while we were out for blacking, you had to go down to Essex, didn't you?
Yes, I had to go down because I had a phone call to say Mum wasn't well. So we sorted out the hire car and everything, and I went down on the Tuesday. Unfortunately, I was too late as she'd passed away Tuesday morning. But while I was there, I stayed, and my brother and I, we just got on and did all the funeral arrangements. I think we even had a Zoom with our patrons at that time as well.
Right in the middle of it, with Chris down in Essex and me up on here on the boat.
Yeah, it worked. But we came back on the Saturday, and it was a lovely finish because we celebrated Amy's baby with a baby shower, and that was a lovely ending to that.
Yeah, lots of Amy's friends and family joined us for that one, and as you can see from the video, they all enjoyed the baby shower.
We certainly did, and Amy was overwhelmed with all her presents that she's got.
Yeah. So that's it. We'll call it that for the vlog now. Hope you've enjoyed the vlog, the blacking. For those of you that boaters probably found that a little bit boring, but the non-boaters, I hope you found that interesting. And we'll see you on the next vlog.
Yeah, we might have a bit of Amy's birthday and Mother's Day in that one.
Yeah, we will. We may even, you never know, may even have the first sighting of Bump. As we call it. Yeah. Okay, folks, we'll cut it shit loose now.
That's it. We're going to enjoy the sunshine.
We're going to enjoy the sun.
Yeah.
You can see it's absolute glorious day here out on the boat.
Brilliant.
So
We'll see you next time.
we'll see you next time.
Life on board AmyJo.
Take care now. Bye.
Bye.